UFC Fight Night 156 Uruguay takes place on the 10th of August, coming up soon, ladies and gentlemen. We need to break this shit down, start till finish. I'm going to give you quick fire predictions of the entire card, starting from the early prelims, ending with the main event of Carmouche versus Shevchenko 2, the rematch. And let's get straight into it. The preliminary card, we're racing through here. We're going Veronica Mesa-Dio versus Rachel Ostovich. Rachel Ostovich, she's very attractive. She's probably sucking all the right dicks backstage. She's going to get a layup here and win this fight. Laureano Strapoli versus Alexei Kunchenko. I'm going with Alexei Kunchenko. Alexei Kunchenko. He's the older guy, yes. He's also 20-0. And that goes to show something. He's an absolute savage. Laureano Strapoli, he's a great guy himself. However, I do feel as though he's going to lose this fight to a superior guy in Kunchenko. 20-0 for a reason. He's undefeated in the UFC so far. I think he's on a 3-fight win streak against some decent opponents. Kunchenko gets the job done. That might be my prospect spotlight as well. Rafael Fiziev versus Alexa da Silva Coelho. Alexa da Silva Coelho, 20-2 at 23 years old. His record's almost his age. You know what I'm saying? 20-2, 23, like... That's a sign right there. Yes, he lost his UFC debut. Yes, he lost his UFC debut. But that amount of experience at that young of an age, I think he's going to get the win here over Rafael Fiziev. I'm going with Alexei da Silva Coelho. Okay, we're going with him. Talia Santos versus Ariana Conocelli. Talia Santos, a good fighter as well in a female division. Lost her UFC debut, but before that was 15-0. Ariane Conocelli making her UFC debut at 12-1. I feel like Talia Santos, if that's how you pronounce it, is going to get the win here. I think she gets it done by boring decision because it's a female fight. It's going to be boring. It's going to be a decision. If you need a shit, time it for this fight, and then you can get rid of it. You know, that's the perfect thing sometimes. When you need a shit when you're watching fights, you're like, oh, I don't want to miss anything, and a female fight comes on between fucking straw weights. You know what I'm saying? That's the best time to shit. You're missing nothing. Okay? Just get there for the decision so you know who won. And make your money off the betting. Talia Santos going to win this fight. Geraldo de Frietas Jr. versus Chris Gutierrez. I'm going to go with Chris Gutierrez here. I think he's going to get the job done. Coming off a win in the UFC. Lost his fight before that against Raoni Barcelos. But that's no shame. Raoni Barcelos is a great fighter. 14-1 himself. So, for that reason, I'm going to go with Chris Gutierrez. I think he gets the job done in the third round by finish. By submission. I don't know how he gets it done. But he gets it done by finish in the third round. Rodrigo Bontorin versus Raulen Pavia. Raulen Pavia had a good fucking streak in the UFC until he ran into Kai Kara France at flyweight. I actually thought he could have won that fight against Kai Kara France. And for that reason, I'm going to go with Raulen Pavia. I think I'm going to go with here. Raulen Pavia is his name. I'm going to go with him. I think he's going to get the job done. I respect Kai Kara France as a flyweight immensely, and I thought he could have won that fight. I thought Pavia could have won that fight. So I'm going to go with Raulen Pavia here by decision. It's flyweight. No finishes happening here. If you're looking for finishes, look elsewhere. This is going to be a boring decision. Raulen Pavia gets the job done. Tisha Torres versus Marina Rodriguez. Okay. I might go, I don't know if I want to go against Tisha Torres, if I'm honest with you. I'm going to go with Tisha Torres. Mariana Rodriguez, very well you win in fights, but outside of the UFC, those wins mean nothing. Those wins means absolutely nothing, and if you're fighting to a draw with Randa Marcos, there's issues. Tisha Torres gets it done. I think she just out-grapples her for the fight. Marina Rodriguez, a tough girl, good girl, but I feel like Tisha Torres is going to win this fight and show her a bit of levels. You know, just show her a bit of levels. Tisha Torres still coming into her prime, still training hard. Show her the levels of the female division. There isn't many levels, but there are some. And Rodriguez is going to learn them come fight night. Cyril Gane makes his UFC debut versus Rafael Pessoa. I know you guys are excited for Cyril Gane. I know you guys are excited for Cyril Gane. And I think he's going to win this fight. But I'll tell you this, man. The UFC ain't holding his hand here. He's facing a guy 9-0. Rafael Pessoa. It's a tough fight for him, but I do think that Cyril Gane's going to win this fight. He's a big guy for fucking heavyweight. A huge guy. I think he gets the job done by a knockout in the first round, as he's done pretty flawlessly so far. 2-0, about to become 3-0. And hey, Greg Hardy needs an opponent, and people want to see him get knocked out. Cyril Gane, if you get on that mic, You're a main event of the prelims. You got some spotlight on you, boy. I didn't mean to call him boy. Fuck! He's black. Ah, that's fucked everything. Anyway. Cyril Gain, you got some spotlight on you, young man. Older than me. You got some spotlight on you, man. Use that spotlight wisely and probably call out Greg Hardy. Because if you get a knockout and you've got a lot of hype behind you, that's a potential fight that could happen down the line. I'm looking forward to it. So Cyril Gain's going to beat this other bum, Rafael Pessoa, who's good, but not quite as good as Cyril Gain. I think he gets it done in the first round. And at heavyweight, you know, if you're an athletic guy with power, it's pretty easy to go undefeated. But when you've got the skill of Cyril Gain, I think he's going to get a job done. Main card. Enrique Barzola versus Bobby Moffett. Bobby Moffett, the Wolf Boy himself, coming off the Tuesday Night Contender Series, recently lost a fight to Bryce Mitchell. He's a great fighter, but Enrique Barzola, I know him for beating Brandon Davis. What else should I know him for? Losing to Kelvin Aguilar. Who do I go for here? Because Enrique Barzola is a great fighter, man. He really is a good fighter, but I feel like I am going to go with Bobby Moffett here. I think he's going to get the job done by decision. I think it's going to be a close one. And I think he's going to get the job done by submission. I'll say it again. Not submission. By decision. He gets it done by decision. Dominantly. Bobby Moffett wins 2-1, in my opinion. Rodolfo Vieira versus Oscar Pichota. I have no idea. I have no idea who's going to win this fight. I have no idea who either of these people are, but they're on the main card of an event for some reason. Oscar Pichota last lost to Gerald Meerschaert in July 2018. So he's had a long layoff, but you're looking at this guy, Rodolfo Vieira, 5-0 on the main card. Jiu-Jitsu guy. Fighting out of Brazil. I'm going with Rodolfo Vieira. He's a Brazilian. I do recognize that name. Why do I recognize that name as Jiu-Jitsu? He's a Jiu-Jitsu legend, right? Is he? He's a great Jiu-Jitsu guy. I'm going with this guy, Rodolfo Vieira, for sure. I don't know why. I know that name from somewhere, but I don't know where. I know it as a great Jiu-Jitsu guy. So I'm going with Rodolfo Vieira. I think he gets it done by submission. Listen, if Gerald Meerschaert can beat you, it's probably because he took you down. Okay? So Rodolfo Vieira is going to get the same job done. Volkan Ozdemir versus Ilir Latifi. We're getting interesting, boys. Okay? We're getting and girls. We're getting very interesting here. Volkan Ozdemir is going to take this win by decision. He's going to lose the first round. He's going to get a little bit manhandled by the bigger, stronger Latifi. But then, as we've seen from Latifi, especially now he's got back problems, they've rescheduled this fight twice now. It's supposed to be on last week's card. Covington versus Lawler. I think Latifi's going to get the job done. I really think Latifi gets this job done. No! I think Ozdemir gets this job done. I think Latifi gets the job done in the first round. I think the last two rounds, we're going to see Ozdemir take the win. I had Ozdemir beating Dominic Reyes by split decision. I rewatched that fight. I see it very clearly to Volkan Ozdemir. He got robbed of a split decision. He's fighting for his career right now. I'm going to give him the win over Ilir Latifi. Latifi wins round 1. Ozdemir wins the last 2. Maybe even gets a finish in the third. We'll see how it goes. Luis Eduardo Gregori, 11-0. This is the guy they're shining a light on against Humberto Bandone, who's 14-6. That is an embarrassing record. And he's lost to 2... No. Luis Eduardo Garagori is going to win this fight. If you lose to Austin Arnett and Gabriel Benitez, you don't belong. You just don't belong. Yeah. Eduardo Gregori is going to win this fight for sure. Vincent Luque versus Mike Perry. I'm going with Mike Perry. I'm going with Mike Perry. Every time Mike Perry takes a step up, normally I bet against him. He's not this time. He's taking a step up, and I'm going to bet for him. Vincent Luque, although he is good, believe me, he's a good fighter. He seems to just find a way. I don't want to say this. I don't want to say fluky, because it's not a fluke. But when I watch Luque's fights, he's very often losing in many situations. And I feel like Mike Perry, when you're losing against him, it means you've got knocked out. Okay? There are no losing situations against Mike Perry. Mike Perry's not the guy to just out-jab you from the outside and you're losing that situation. He's not the guy to just completely be out-grappling you and you're losing that situation. If you lose any kind of focus, and if you lose a moment at all, With Mike Perry, you could be waking up 2 minutes later saying, Herb Dean, why did you stop it? And have like your mouth drooping from the left side. You know what I'm saying? Different levels. Mike Perry, I think, gets this job done by knockout. I'll break this fight down in more detail for sure. It's an interesting one. But definitely I'm going with Mike Perry here. I like Vincent Luque. I think he's a great fighter. I think his loss against Brian Barberena showed that he is very able to lose. He had a last fight against Derek Krantz, who's an old man that Dana White picked up off there looking for a fight, who's a veteran of the amateur scene, doesn't have a good record, doesn't have good credentials, came into the UFC on short notice against Luque, rocked Luque in the first round, and had him in fucking bad situation straight away. I think if Perry puts you in a bad situation, he KOs you. I'm going with Perry here. My favourite African fighter, I must say. Like, he's my favourite black fighter. I'll be honest with you. Mike Perry definitely gets the job done. He has a face tattoo. He doesn't care anymore. Okay? There's no other job for him now. There is no other job for him now. He has a face tattoo. He's here to fight. He's here to stay. Mike Platinum Perry gets the job done. I'd love to clap his girlfriend's cheeks. Face not so much, but we won't talk about the face. Anyway, Mike Perry gets it done. First round KO, in my opinion. Then we see Mike Perry versus some of these top guys at welterweight that he's deserved to fight for a long time. Shevchenko versus Carmouche. Let me think for a second here. Who am I going to pick? Because this takes so much skill to break down. I didn't mean to disrespect your girlfriend, Mike Perry, by the way. I don't know why I said the rude thing that I said. There's a fly in my face. I don't know why I said it. I just want to make people laugh because they just subscribed because of that one joke. But if Perry's watching this, I imagine Mike Perry is the person to actually watch these things. Prediction videos and that. So if he is, it's all good, man. It's all good. We can be friends. Shevchenko versus Carmouche. Let me think here for a second. Now this one's really interesting, guys. This is such a 50... I'm joking. Shevchenko's going to win the fight because she's Valentina Shevchenko. She is Valentina Shevchenko. Liz Carmouche, yes, she's related to Uriah Faber. What? She's also an older girl on the downslope of her career. Okay? Yes, she won the first fight. She will not win the second fight because it's not 2010 anymore. This rematch will go in Shevchenko's favour, and Carmouche will definitely not win this fight. I feel like Shevchenko might get a finish by submission or just a dominant decision over 5 rounds. But I think in the 4th and 5th, Carmouche is going to tire and Shevchenko's going to get the job done. This is more interesting than her versus Jessica Ryder. So this is an interesting fight. But Shevchenko, man, at flyweight, it's the Demetrius Johnson effect. You know, you make a division, it's empty, not a lot of talent yet. You're going to get these cans at the top. Shevchenko's going to destroy all of them. Shevchenko arguably beat Nunes. No one talks about this. Shevchenko arguably beat Nunes in that rematch. Nunes is the greatest women's fighter of all time, right? No one's mentioning Shevchenko. Whenever they bring up Nunes being the greatest fighter of all time, no one goes, oh, what about Shevchenko? She could have won that second fight. Shevchenko's a fucking savage. I would definitely go there. And she gets the job done. She gets the job done in the 4th or 5th round by finish. Click that button there. And like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Perry wins. Shevchenko wins. Ozdemir wins. You don't give a fuck about anything else on the card. So, yeah, that's about it. That's the breakdown. Goodbye.